I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
This is my list of my top 5 favorite side quests to do in Starfield. I'm going to show you the location of where you can obtain the quest from in the first 30 seconds or so of the quest itself, so you can make a judgment on whether you want to do it or not. I've kept it relatively spoiler-free, and I hope you enjoy this list. And like always, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I do appreciate them, and if you think there was something that I should have included on this list and didn't, please comment it down below. I can make more content later on, so I do appreciate that feedback. The first quest on my list is going to be obtained from a down spacer. They will give you a data slate that's entitled Secret Outpost. Now this is a random drop from spacers, and you'll probably pick it up within the first 10 spacer kills, and it's going to send you to a planet, Danabola 1B. So once you obtain this, you'll get the quest entitled Mantis. And then heading to Danabola 1B, we will be immediately greeted by some angry spacers that do not want to share their loot. But let's see. This is a rather fun quest. It's short, it's sweet. It'd probably take you, the first time going through it, anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes, depending upon how you play. But it is definitely full of twists and turns, and will keep you entertained the entire time. And it starts off with a bang, just like this. We're engaged in combat almost immediately from landing on the planet. It's such a perfect start to a quest. And I will tell you, the quest rewards at the end are more than worth it, and it's why I do it every Unity jump I do. This is one of the first quests I do, just simply because of the quest rewards. This next quest is obtained in the Prima system. You just need to jump into the Prima system and it will begin immediately. And I like this quest mainly because it's very unique amongst the sci-fi genre itself. I can't think of a similar sci-fi narrative.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
And after that radio broadcast, we are going to get the quest First Contact. One of the first things you're going to notice about this is when you try to hail that large ship above Prima 2, is you're going to get nothing but computer gargle and static and loud squeaks. I did go ahead and turn down the volume on it so I didn't blast out your ears, but you get the point. And this is going to be an interesting quest. It might be a little bit lower on the gunfights, but it is quite an interesting quest, and it is more than worth your time to do. I do it every NG run. It's extremely fun, and it has wonderful dialogue in it. This next quest I got by traveling to the Piazza system, but I have gotten it in the past, or I swear I've gotten it in the past, in the Bessel system, so I think it might spawn in other systems other than the Piazza system, and the internet seems to agree with me on that, but if you found it elsewhere, please comment below.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
Alpha Wolfen, do any lift vessels. Worse. Deliver a message. Colonists in the system. Emergency. Come to my farm. Urgent.
This is going to begin the quest, Failure to Communicate. Now, I like this quest for several reasons. One of the reasons is it features a lot of space combat, which we don't get a lot of quest space combat within this game, a fair amount, but I would like more of it. And this one is very heavy on the space combat. It's not all space combat, though. And it also does include some diplomacy and some roleplay options as well in this quest line. It's one of my favorites for sure, because of how well done and written it is, and how well balanced it is between the different play styles. So this is going to be a very fun quest. Once we get up to the quest giver here, I'm going to let him go ahead and give you his sales pitch, so you can kind of make a judgment call on whether you want to do this quest or not. But I find it very fun and enjoyable.
I'm not afraid to use this to defend my home and my family. But you sure as hell don't look like any spacer I've seen before. If you're with Liz, then I'm the Keeper of the Enlightened. It actually worked. I was wondering if I was just yelling into the void. That message was mine, all right. So let me get this straight. You heard a distress call and you flew all the way down here. What are you, some sort of priest or good Samaritan? I didn't know people like you were real, but I got a heap load of problems. And I'm willing to pay my share for the help. I don't know what game you're playing, but I guess I'm in. Used to be 4 families that List helped set up stakes in this system. We rarely saw eye to eye in the best of times, and believe me, True, these ain't the best of times. Spacers started raiding, and it's been getting worse. Only a matter of time before they end us all. Unless you're willing to help some hard-working, pig-headed settlers out.
This is Research Outpost U-309 to any and all Freestar Collective craft. We are under heavy fire. Hostile spacers are overrunning our position on Altair 2. I'm not sure how much longer our outpost can hold on. We don't have much time. Private Mahoney out.
That radio broadcast you'll get just from entering the Altair system, and this will begin the quest Groundpounder. Now this is an excellent quest. It is action-packed, and the combat is extremely well balanced between long-range combat, mid-range combat, and a short-range combat as well. One of the other things I really like about this is it's well balanced between not only combat on ground, but up in space as well. So we do see a fair amount of space combat, and it's well balanced and broken up between the ground and the space combat. So we see a nice dispersion. This quest line is going to take you probably, the first time you do it, it'll probably take you about an hour to do. It takes me probably about a half hour to do, but I've done it 3 or 4 times now, and it's extremely enjoyable. And there's a wonderful storyline behind it with wonderful dialogue as well. I will say the storyline is straightforward. Basically, this is going to go down one way. It's a very linear storyline to this quest, but I definitely enjoyed this, and it was a ton of fun. So I hope you enjoyed it as well.
Repeating emergency request. Facility crucible requires vital materials to sustain the mission. Transmitting coordinates on Charybdis 3. End of message.
You can get this quest by just entering the system of Charybdis, and it's going to send you to Charybdis 3. Now, this is the quest Operation Starseed. This is, in my opinion, it's probably the best side quest in the game. It has a lot of roleplay options. There's several different ways you can end this quest, and it really does impact the universe around you. So this is a quintessential quest, in my opinion. It's full of action. It's full of wonderful dialogue, and everything's great, and I'm just going to let him talk now.
Unknown origin detected. Designated outsider. This is an undisclosed secret location. Please identify purpose or depart. Acknowledging receipt of emergency request. Explanation deemed acceptable. Clearance granted to Crucible. Outsider will deliver 150 units of copper. Compensation will be dispensed.
Tobias, stand down. We have a visitor.
Reminder, deliver required material. End of conversation.
This is incredible. For so long we hoped for any visit, and the day has finally arrived. Oh dear, that's a surprisingly tricky question. I'm probably not the person to answer it, but it is a genuine pleasure to meet you. I wish it were even better. Your arrival is truly an historic one, but many fear what it portends. The societies have closed their doors and are arguing about what to do, while the rest hide to see which way the wind blows. Franklin would know what to do. He's the oldest among us. You should talk with him. Give it time, and I'm sure the others will come out. For curiosity's sake, if nothing else.
When you have a few moments.
So to recap, we have at the 5 spot, we have the Mantis quest. At 4, we have First Contact. At 3, we have Failure to Communicate. And at 2, we have Groundpounder, with Operation Starseed coming at the #1 spot for my favorite side quest in the game. I really do appreciate you guys watching this all the way to the end, and like always, if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and please give me a like and subscribe. I really do appreciate them, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, so have a good night tonight.